De La Cruz. Diving header away, back where it came from, Tenandez. Oliveira. To the end line, flipped ahead. Araujo had a chance at it. Could be a lot of this calmness from Uruguay now. Ahead by 2. Just pick their moment when they can to look for more. De La Cruz. Ugarte. Pelistri, end line with speed, and he earns a corner. From the corner, De La Cruz. Valverde. 10 to go in this first half here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Glad to have you along for this one. Joe Malfa with you for the action. We're in Group C of the 2024 Copa America. Switched out to Pelistri. Driven all the way across to Araujo. Plucked out of the air by Vizcarra. After tonight's win earlier by Panama over the United States. It means that neither of these teams can mathematically, in Uruguay's case, clinch a spot tonight, or in Bolivia's case, be eliminated tonight. Although what's realistic and what's mathematically possible are two different things. If Bolivia lose tonight, as it's currently going, with a -4 goal differential, it would be incredibly difficult to find a way. They would need to win against Panama, and they would also need the United States to lose against Uruguay, and then Bolivia would have to have a better goal differential than both. On the flip side of that, Uruguay, again, would not be mathematically clinched with a win tonight. But in order to fail, as it slipped through, again, for Viña, settled back for Nunez. Darwin Nunez cutting it back. Nunez! They're looking for more to bolster that goal differential. Because even with a win tonight, they wouldn't mathematically clinch. But the more goals they win by, the safer they would be. The only way to fail to get through with a win tonight, Uruguay, would be to lose against the United States. Would be to have Panama beat Bolivia, and to have a worse goal differential than both the United States and Panama. It's not going to happen in plain terms. Stranger things that maybe happen in this sport, but very few. Villamil. Back for Akin. Rocha. Settled by Ugarte. Calling for it on the far side was Pelistri, making the run. Was never spotted. Nandez. Araujo. An adductor tear cost Araujo the World Cup. Earned his 18th cap tonight. A try from beyond midfield. And it's wide. Have to try something if you're Bolivia. Algaranaz goes for the spectacular. Nandez. This will find its way to Viña. Nearly. De la Cruz trying to split it through for Nunez. Hasn't been as in sync for Uruguay since the second goal. Natural human nature is to maybe have a little bit of a let-off, but if there's anybody who will light that fire back under them momentarily in the locker room, it's Marcelo Bielsa, who undoubtedly would want more. Give it away. Viña gave it right back. Terceros, all alone in your picture right now. Only red jersey. Terceros does well. First corner of the evening for Bolivia. Whipped in from the corner, and they'll do it again. Second effort, whipped into a Roche, headed down by Nunez. First bit of defending they've had to do. Only 3 minutes to halftime. Pelistri and Nunez did the damage already for Uruguay. And it's been a tame 20 minutes ever since Uruguay took a 2-0 lead. De la Cruz making a A long run down this left side is Araujo. Latches onto it. Araujo. That was intended for Pelistri. De La Cruz could not get out of the way. Viña, Araujo. Oliveira. Oliveira. Slips it through for De La Cruz. Now it's Nunez. Darwin Nunez cuts it back. Has a chance again. And it's a corner. Unselfish from Nunez. Might have been better suited. Going for goal, though, once he got through. From the corner. All the way through without a touch. Pelistri. With a minute tacked on, tried to just pick it up and throw it in Pelistri. Nobody ever touched it. Tried to sell it off, and it could seem as if it did, but the referee's not buying. Maybe one last chance in this first half, building for Uruguay. It's Nandez. Pelistri. Facundo Pelistri, end line. It's a corner. Will they be allowed to take it? Minutes already come and gone. And they will not be allowed to take it. Whistle blows to end the first half. Meanwhile, Uruguay. Opportunity to go underway in half number 2 at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Uruguay 2, Bolivia 0. Here in Group C of the 2024 Copa America. Glad to have you along for this one. Joe Malfa with you for the action. Facundo Pelistri, Darwin Nunez, the goal scorers for Uruguay. Misplay by Viña. Just don't know what the answer is for Bolivia. Very well, could just be a matter of being outclassed. A step up in weight class. The 84th ranked team in the world against the 14th ranked team in the world. Kick coming for Bolivia. Eliminated in the group stage in each of the last 3 tournaments, Bolivia. That was after they made it to the quarterfinal in 2015, losing to Peru, who ultimately finished in 3rd place of that tournament. Uruguay lost in the quarterfinals to eventual champions Chile in 2015. Lost in the quarters to eventual runners-up Peru in 2019, and lost in the quarters to eventual 3rd place finishers Colombia in 2021. In between there, they were eliminated in the group in 2016, when the tournament was held here in the United States. Hernandez gets it back into play. Right back. It's been a regular at Cagliari in Serie A over in Italy. He went without an appearance for Uruguay from November of 2021 to September of 2023. Hernandez has fit right back in on this back line for Marcelo Bielsa. Numbers here for Bolivia, if they hurry. It's led ahead by Cuellar and one back by Oliveira. Miguelito. Driven ball in. There's a moment there where somebody from Bolivia could have gotten a piece of it instead. The foul ends it. I wonder if this game will kick back into the higher gear that we saw in the first 20. That led to Uruguay netting 2. The only impetus Uruguay would have for more, perhaps, would be Bolivia answering. But beyond that, would be just trying to bring their goal differential so far ahead of everybody else that there's absolutely no threat, even in a doomsday scenario on Monday on the final day. Pushing through. It's an opportunity for Araujo, who goes down. Didn't get the call he was hoping for. Araujo pressing. Hakeem stumbling. Uruguay with the throw coming. Viña hesitated a bit, gets it back. Viña. Nunez had to take himself out of the play. He was offside. Almost got back into it. Pelistri, Hernandez, Ugarte. Valverde slips it through. It's Pelistri. A brilliant build, just lacked the finish. And a late offside flag comes up as well. You could count up all the passes in that sequence. Brilliant move by Uruguay, and yes, just leaning a bit. Pelistri offside. Ahead for Araujo, who gets there ahead of Akin. Araujo, De La Cruz, first touch too heavy. Bobbles up on him. Ugarte rescues Fernandez. Hernandez delivers behind Darwin Nunez. Oh, whistle. Away from the play. Akin holding his head. Long for Pelistri. Again offside, twice in a couple of minutes. Pelistri just tiptoeing, trying to at least. Leaning a bit too far overzealous and offside. Araujo. And the second half really picking up where the first half left off. Uruguay just in control of the territory, the tempo, the possession. No sign of Bolivia really punching back. Fiery Marcelo Bielsa trying to spark something back to life now for Uruguay. Sent long for newly inserted Suarez. He's got to top the formation. Alcaraz slotting in next to him. Pressuring here, Bolivia. Almost forcing a mistake. Roche clears. Is Cespedes. Pressure from De La Cruz, who wins it. It stays in. Pellistre off to the races. Facundo Pellistre wins a corner for Uruguay. Whipped in by De La Cruz. Rocha taken down. Gilmar Rocha earning his first cap in an official competition tonight for Bolivia. Effectively cap tying him. His 3 previous appearances were all in friendlies. 21-year-old is part of this younger group of Bolivian players that are hoping to usher in a new era. Haven't qualified for a World Cup. Haven't been able to have any success in Copa America. Just wallowing down as the 84th ranked team in the world. There's quite a gap, too, between Bolivia and the next lowest ranked team in CONMEBOL. But you look at the likes of Rocha, spotlighted there. Miguel Terceros, 20-year-old. Ramiro Vaca, the 24-year-old. Gabriel Villamil at 22. Hector Cuellar at 23. Roberto Fernandez at 24. All guys who started tonight. Guys who are playing either as key starters in Bolivia or in some cases elsewhere. Villamil, a key starter in Ecuador. Cespedes starting in Switzerland. And Cuellar, one of those guys who's been just an outstanding best 11 player in Bolivia. Miguelito Terceros, a star at Santos in Brazil. So there's a new wave of Bolivian players coming through. Invaluable experience gained for them in a tournament like this. Just a matter of building on it. Trying to spring back to life now as we reach the hour mark here at MetLife Stadium. The foot race here, that's won by Suarez. There's nobody to turn to. Cleanly won by Ugarte. Valverde plays it ahead. Advantage played. Darwin Nunez. The crowd tried to spark this game back to life, and they may have succeeded. It's Nunez back to his left, back inside. Darwin Nunez still. And at the last, It's off of Nunez for a goal kick. Vizcara down. See the tape on the inside of the right knee of Vizcara. That's what they're looking at and working on. To continue now, Vizcara, 31-year-old keeper, earning his 23rd cap tonight for Bolivia in his second Copa America. It's actually the first time he's ever been the #1 keeper. He was a backup in 2016. He missed the last 2 tournaments, and now this time enters as the starter. Cuellar. De La Cruz wins it back. Darwin Nunez running in behind. Terceros. Defended by Palistri, headed away by Araujo. Villamil. Suarez. And a free kick for Bolivia. Valverde, the guilty party. Free kick delivered by Vaca. Glancing header. It's going to lead to a corner for Bolivia if they have any opportunity to find a pathway back into this one. It's going to have to come from a set piece, you have to figure. After the free kick comes a corner kick. Outswinger. Falls to Suarez, clipped back ahead. Uruguay having to defend in numbers here, and they do get it clear. Heavy collision. Card coming out of the pocket for Rocha. De La Cruz writhing in pain. Rocha shown a yellow. Uruguay trying to argue it should be red that he was last man, but quite a ways away from goal. Plenty of room for maybe another defender to have tracked back as well. Don't know if they'll win that argument. back for Sergio Roche. He's had not much to do tonight. He's made one save, hasn't had many crosses to field, hasn't really played much out of the back with his feet. He's been a glorified spectator in many ways. We've been at 2-0 since the 21st minute. 13 minutes after Pelistri made it 1-0, Darwin Nunez made it 2-0. Bolivia making another change. Terceros will come off. 20-year-old earned his first Copa start tonight. He's replaced by Lucas Chavez, another young player for Bolivia, the 21-year-old. Now cap-tied. This is his first competitive match after 3 friendlies for Bolivia. So another Copa debut. Another instance. And Bolivia trotting out the young players. Players of tomorrow, giving them their experience today. Uruguay have been building and working on the passing combinations, trying to strike when it's been on. Only 1 shot on target to show for in this second half so far. Only 2 shots total in the second half. Again, brought down by Pelistri. Uruguay wanted the free kick as De La Cruz was taken down. You wonder when Marcelo Bielsa might dip into his bench with 20 minutes remaining. Hasn't made a change yet, up 2-0. Valverde. Araujo. Nunez. Darwin Nunez. Araujo. Will be kept in by Maximiliano Araujo. Pelistri. Ugarte cuts one across to De La Cruz. Laid off for Valverde. Crowd wants him to shoot. He never has a chance. We got an odds. took it away. Now it's Super Araujo. It's off the hand. And the volley is missed by Pelistri. Vizcara's left-handed save, a strong one. One that mattered as Pelistri was offside. As the rebound came to him. Is Yomar Rocha down. Picked up a yellow card moments ago. He's in there defending that last instance. Uruguay with 10 more shots, 4 more shots on target, and 2 more goals. Making that long walk around. Diego Medina is set to come on. Will it be for Rocha? Ramiro Vaca will exit. Jaime Cuellar replaces. And it is Rocha who's coming off, replaced by Diego Medina. Medina, the 22-year-old, earns his 15th cap. Cuellar, the 22-year-old, earns his 9th cap. So again, it's another instance. 2 young players, both 22, coming on for Bolivia. Youth all over the field. As they gear up for the next phase of World Cup qualifying later this year. After a struggle in the opening 6 matches that has them second from the bottom. Can this new young group inject some life for Bolivia? A nation that struggles so mightily outside their own borders. They are difficult to beat in La Paz at altitude. When you get them out of Bolivia, different story. Since 2000, these teams have met 10 times outside of Bolivia, be it in Uruguay or on a neutral site. All those instances outside of Bolivia, 10 wins for Uruguay. Here's De La Cruz. Nunez. 50,000 announced as the attendance tonight. Made their voices heard. Look out amongst the crowd, you see a lot of Uruguayan colors. They've been celebrating the loudest, up 2-0. They've been knocking on the door for a third. Will they find it? Maybe here. It is the third for Uruguay. Maxi Araujo lets out a roar. This crowd has been waiting for another reason to erupt, and they finally have it. Uruguay 3, Bolivia 0. Onside, all good. Vizcaya got a touch to it, and it trickled ever so slowly over the line. But nonetheless, it did. For Araujo, it's his third goal in his nation's colors. And what a start to his young Uruguayan career he's had. He debuted in a friendly a little over a year ago, June 15th, 2023. So we are 378 days past that, a little over a year. And in that time frame, 10 caps, 3 goals, 7 assists, contributing to an average of 1 goal per game. Quite the start for Araujo and his Uruguayan career. Sends it long. Table. This is now going to put Uruguay in an outstanding position. They're on 6 points with a +5 goal differential. Panama and the United States have 3 points each. The U.S. is in second. Goal differential of +1. Panama goal differential of -1. The only way now for Uruguay to fail to qualify is to lose to the U.S. and for Panama to beat Bolivia and then to lose the goal differential battle to both of them. But right now, Uruguay is 4 goals better than the U.S. and 6 goals better than Panama. And if you thought the crowd was loud when it erupted a few moments ago, when Uruguay went up 3-0, just wait until Luis Suarez takes the field. It'll be a cameo at the end. Marcelo Bielsa will give this crowd something else to celebrate. Starts here with Valverde and that touch. He finds Pelistri. Pelistri finds him again. He's a little bit behind him the pass, but he does well to just pass it to that corner. The 7th goal of his international career and his 58th cap for Uruguay. had to wait only 13 minutes between goal number 1 and goal number 2. They only have to wait 4 minutes between goal number 3 and goal number 4. And here he comes. The exclamation point, the cherry on top of the sundae. Luis Suarez will enter now for Uruguay. Terrazas enters on the Bolivian side. And here he comes, receiving the captain's armband before he even steps foot on the field. Entering for Darwin Nunez. Nunez leaves with a goal of his own tonight. Legendary striker passed on for perhaps legendary striker of the future. Luis Suarez on the field at another Copa America. And it is his 4th Copa America. He didn't play in 2007 because he was away with the under-23s. He was injured and missed both 2015 and 2016. So it very well could have been his 7th Copa America. He was the star of 2011 when they won the title, Uruguay. Suarez, Golden Boot, best 11, helped them to that trophy. Times have changed now 13 years later. 24 then, 37 now. Now he's the elder statesman, he's the leader. He's the one to bring on late if you need a goal or to help see out a win like this. Leader in the locker room as well. De La Cruz. Suarez. Two players down back behind the play with 6 minutes to go. And Uruguay up 4-0. Couple more changes, exhausting the remaining subs from Marcelo Bielsa. Rodrigo Betancourt comes on for Pelistri, who opened the scoring, and Cristiano Oliveira makes his first Copa America appearance, replacing Federico Valverde, who supplied goal number 4. Here is Betancourt with his first touches. Only 4 minutes to play. That man has to be happy tonight. He always has a stoic look on his face, except for when his team scores, then the celebration comes out. But even on a night like this, there isn't much that Bielsa could have wanted more. They possessed, they controlled the tempo, they scored early, they scored often, taking that 2-0 lead. They've scored late, putting it out of reach, 4-0. Thorough performance by one of the tournament favorites in Uruguay. Oliveira. Set to come on as the last sub for Uruguay. Suarez. De La Cruz. Hernandez. Ugarte. Free kick for Uruguay. 3-1 win over Panama. Up 4-0 now on Bolivia. De La Cruz departs. Arrascaeta replaces. Driven ball back post. It's 5 for Uruguay. It's the substitute, Rodrigo Betancourt. It seemed like the celebrations would maybe only be that of a 2-0 win. They were in cruise control, and all of a sudden, it's 3 more goals in the last 10 minutes, and it's Uruguay 5, Bolivia 0. Just shakes free at the back post. A brilliant ball by the substitute, Arrascaeta, who just came on. His first touch is this free kick. Betancourt's header is essentially his first meaningful touch. So at 4-0, Bielsa presses 2 more buttons perfectly. 4 becomes 5. 5 will become 3 points. And Uruguay is going to win this game by enough goals to, if they want, rotate the squad heavily on Monday. Goal differential now is +7. So, in essence, the only way Uruguay could fail to qualify now is a loss to the United States and a win by Panama over Bolivia. And through it all, Panama would have to make up 8 goals of differential on Uruguay. For now, could be more in these next 3 minutes of stoppage time. So with that in mind, you wonder if Marcelo Bielsa pulls the plug a bit, rests players against the United States in anticipation of either Colombia or Brazil in the quarterfinal. And if you're the United States, this is maybe your silver lining to the evening. After your loss against Panama, Uruguay winning by this scoreline leaves the door open for Uruguay to rest players on Monday in what is now a must-win game for the United States. Could be a must-win against a depleted Uruguayan side. But if you're Uruguay, as tempting as it could be to get some key players, some key rests, do you really want to break up the momentum right now? Their pre-Copa friendly against Mexico, a 4-0 win. Their win against Panama 3-1. It was 3-0 until the last minute when Panama scored. So another near clean sheet, another near 3-goal victory. And now 5-0 here. So between that friendly against Mexico and their 2 group matches, outscoring teams 12-1. As nice as it would be to get some rest on Monday for some key players, do you really want to jeopardize the way this team is humming along right now? Although, to be fair, Uruguay boasts incredible depth. Look at the substitutions who have come on tonight. Christian Oliveira, De Arrascaeta with an assist, Betancourt with a goal. The list goes on. Luis Suarez subbed on for a cameo for 10 minutes. Even if they do rotate, even if they do need a breather, there's a formidable roster. Slip through. Is there a 6? There is some contact. No call made. Just waiting for the final whistle now. 3 minutes have come and gone.